All right. So we got a couple. Well, actually, we have quite a few questions coming in from you guys. So we'll jump into those. Let's see. Blucka says, in your dream horror movie, who is one horror survivor you would need to see die and why?
Oh,
Um,
That's a good one.
that's a
Wow.
real good one.
so the character I like to see die typically the most is like maybe the most like this is really dark, but I like seeing like the nicest character on screen just get viciously murdered. Is that horrible?
You're a terrible person. You're a terrible human being.
Yeah. Some
I'm just
people
gonna
feel the
make a
exact
phone call
opposite.
real quick. Hang on.
Oh gosh.
This Jake guy, he's dangerous, man. He's dangerous.
Yeah.
He's dangerous. Look out for this fucking guy. I've always found it like kind of darkly funny when it's like you set up this character as just being like just the nicest human being ever, and then they just get viciously murdered like 5 minutes later. Some people feel the opposite. Like, and this was a trend in the early thousands, especially. We liked to kill like the most evil, diabolical person on screen or whatever,
Right.
just to kill them because they're jerks and all that. But I like seeing the opposite, which is so horrible. But it's fun. I don't know. It's fun. It's always a fun thing for me to see. Well, how do you guys feel? What kind of horror? What horror movie trope character do you guys like to see die?
Oh man.
I
Jeez.
like I think execution is everything because like
Mm.
I like the deaths, but I always have liked like to use like the intro Cabin in the Woods. Like one of my favorite deaths ever is when Chris Hemsworth is on the bike and he's like, "I will crawl back," and he has this epic
Yes.
speech,
Yes.
and you think about to do that shit, and he just boom, and he's just and it just
Boom. That's
that
it.
invisible shield. Like I was like,
Yeah.
I just started Like I remember watching that in theater. And I was just dying, like dying laughing. I always love like moments like that where it's
Yeah.
like they take the time to add this like epic sequence. You think like
Yes.
this is about like this guy's about to do something, and then boom,
Hmm.
he's just wiped out. I've always enjoyed that. You
That's
know,
a
where a
good
guy
point,
thinks he's
man.
gonna get away, and he like turns the corner, boom, he just like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
you know, like I do. I love that.
And you were really believing he was going to make something happen,
Yeah.
Hmm.
because he had already
Well,
been Thor at that point,
well, and he
you
was
know.
kind of both, like, because he was the nice guy, and then
Yeah.
because of like being in the cabin and them pumping all the stuff, they turned him into like the shitty jock, and then
Yeah.
but like you
Yep.
knew he was still a nice guy, so it was
Right.
kind of like this just like brutal death, and it's just kind of a combination of what Jake, you know, thinks about at night and.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
Well, for me, mine is the know-it-all character, the
Mm.
one who thinks they know everything, and
Hmm.
they're just the know-it-all, bossy kind of person, and they think they got stuff figured all out, and I just like, no, you have nothing figured out. You need to die. And
Hmm.
that's what I want to see. I like to see. And I'm not talking about like the Randy type. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about more of the bossy kind of person who just in any given situation they have all the answers. Like
Hmm.
I know what's best for you, for everyone, and I don't even know you, and they think I still think I know the best for you. You know what I'm saying? That kind of person,
Right.
however you want to call it. But anyone who's like that, I just don't like that kind of personality. So I naturally have an affinity to want to see them die. So
Hmm.
in the movie, let's me
Yep.
clarify that, in
Right.
the movie, not in real life.
Okay, we need to check in on Craven and Jake.
No,
I
no.
gotta check in. I love it.
We
Like,
need
it that sounded really horrible. This natural affinity to see the people die.
I
No,
just
no,
really want to see people die. Like,
no. I don't.
We're horror fans, of course. We
Well,
want to see people die in movies.
That's a great
In movies.
In
Just
movies.
In movies.
Yes, that's right. I mean,
Right.
if we watched horror movies and all they did was give them lollipops instead of knives, it'd be pretty boring. I
Right.
mean, let's be honest.
I don't want to see
Whatever you
Ghostface
do,
like
don't
hanging out and
advise me.
chilling with people. Screw that.
Chilling.
I would kill you with my
Yeah,
cotton
exactly.
candy.
I want a horror movie that does like the complete opposite. Like I want a horror movie that like the asshole survives and kills the killer. Like the pretty like final girl that you think is all innocent, she just gets brutally slaughtered like midway
Right.
into the film. Like I just want a horror movie that just everything you know about a horror movie is just like incorrect. Like the guy picks up the gun and you know he's gonna like do something stupid with the gun, but no, he just blows the brains out of the killer, and you're just like, wow, okay, like
Right.
I just
Wow.
I
Well,
want
that was one thing that I really liked about Cabin in the Woods, man, especially with
yeah
the stoner dude, because
yeah
I thought he was
Yeah.
a goner. Like
Yes!
seriously.
Yeah.
But it turned out that being a stoner was like protecting him from the
Yes.
freaking chemicals and stuff.
That's
And I was
right.
like, that is
Yeah.
perfect. I really love that. But I will also say the guy or girl who in the movie like has all the knowledge that they would need to survive, and yet they're just so bullheaded.
Mhm.
They don't even do anything about it. And a good example of that is Final Destination 3 with that character Lewis, the athlete, and
Mm.
everyone's starting to die. Like, you know, the roller coaster accident happened, and then a couple of characters were already killed by death. And so Mary Elizabeth Winstead goes to him, you know, out at where he's working out or whatever, and is like, okay, this is what's going on, blah blah. And he's working out, and he's got that press machine that he pulls down, and then the weights come down and
Yeah.
squashes him. And I
Yes.
was like, yeah. It's just like
Say that again, Knight. Say it
He
again.
just stood up and just started,
Yeah.
just stood up and started clapping.
because he was like, man, this is all coincidence, and you know, I know some stuff
ain't
happened.
nobody killing me.
Yeah. I just
He has
win,
the
man. That's all I do.
Yeah, well, he had the close call before, and he just like looks back and
Yes.
he's like, yeah, see, look, I told you, fate got nothing on me, blah blah blah, blah. Boom,
Right.
I always win.
Yeah.
I know, man.
Yep. Jordan says it right, just right there. Yeah, the annoying characters. That's a great way to put it. I agree, 100%.
Yes.
Those annoying people.
Yes. Sam Jackson at Deep Blue Sea, right?
Oh,
That was such a great
I was
scene.
shocked.
I love
That
that
scene was
moment.
great, though.
That's
That
another
scene's
one where
great.
they're just giving a great epic speech and just like he's just you
Yeah.
think he's about to do some shit and then boom, he just gets you just like yes.
That was so, and they did such a good job setting that scene up, didn't they? Because it's
Yes.
completely unexpected, man. The tone
Absolutely.
is so opposite of what you would think it was going to be, and I love that.
Right.
I mean, it's one of my favorite scenes.
You know what else I really love is when somebody like for once I want a body positive slut to be the final girl fact.
Right.
Oh gosh.
But another thing I always love is like that hero guy that like just like doesn't even make it 5 feet. You know, like
Yes.
like you know, like Wrong Turn. Like you had the guy that's like he's like, don't worry, and he's like running, he takes off running, immediately gets shot in the leg, and he's like crawling over, so then the other guy has to take off to like distract. Like I love stuff like that. Or like when the guy like I'll be the distraction and runs out the door and just like runs right into the killer or something. Like
Right.
that's another one that I love. It's just like don't be a hero, dummy. I love that there was that Halloween commercial for like car insurance or whatever where it was like
Yes,
there's like
the
the
Geico
killer and they're standing
commercial.
behind them and they're like hiding behind like the wall of chainsaws and they're like
Oh gosh, yes.
they're like head for the barn. He's like, what about the car that's running? They're like, no, like head for the barn. I love that.
Yeah.
I was
Let's
like,
hide
is
behind this
great.
wall of chainsaws.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, yeah.
Yes.
I love
And
that. Yeah, that's
what does she say? She's like, "Why can't we just run to the? Why can't we go to the running car?" And they're like, "Are you crazy?
Are you crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
I
go to the
love that.
cemetery or whatever." It's
Yeah.
so good.
Hey, I just want to say, man, what's up to Flash Skywalker? That is, I
Ooh.
love that name. That's
I
awesome.
love
love
that.
that.
Nice
Flash.
name.
Very cool. You guys got some cool names in this chat.
They do. Seriously.
Jeez. And Castellar saying the non-virgin survived Night of the Demons too, right?
Yeah.
I have not seen Night of the Demons 2.
No, I have not
Honestly.
either.
Oh,
Ooh, all right.
gonna have to check that one out.
Right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.